Hello, welcome to High Priestess Healer 1111. This is for my, I was going to say Oreos. I have no reason why I wanted to say that. Maybe someone is eating Oreos. This is for Leo. Okay, this is going to be for June, the month of June. So let's go ahead with the archetype deck. See what is what we're dealing with right now in the month of June. Wanting an adventure, a change, something with children. And your heart chakra being open. Okay, so yeah, there's I just wanted to get one or two and see what's going on here. That's quite a bit, so I don't think we're gonna take all those, but let's take the top and the bottom here. This one actually came out, the poet, in when I was shuffling them. So let's see. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So find something to give charity to and give of your time and to somebody, willingly, and this helps to open the heart chakra. Okay, so I guess it must be closed down a little at the moment. And then we got poet, light attribute, expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Expresses soul insight in symbolic language. So this is any kind of person who is writing. Okay, so perhaps you need to write a poem, or perhaps you need to write a book, or you're just very good with words, so you may be a speaker, but you're an inspirational speaker regarding things of the soul, right? And you articulate them very, very well. I like that. Now, be careful for a trickster around. I see the divine feminine is here. Angels watching over you. Not with your companion that you want right now. Looking for liberation. Feeling like enslaved, needing support or a mentor, and to move away from codependency, and forget the pity, forget the but he did this to me, or she did this to me, and that's why I feel like this. Yes, we understand, okay, but at some point you have to start being more empowered, okay? However you're able to do that. So, next we'll move on to this deck, the tarot deck, light zero deck. Let's see what we get. Oops, they're already upside down. We don't want upside down. Yeah, so moving on to a happier place, or putting your family back together after some rough times, some rough waters. Looks like somebody may have been like thinking, in like a boat rocking back and forth, and just like a deep meditations, and sad, and kind of it does say that this person is very sad that things had to happen the way they did, is what it feels like. Because she doesn't look happy, but she's moving. See, she has you call it, luggage with her. And she's looking down and she's sad. And she's doing this alone. That's why I said you guys need to look for a mentor or support, you know, because you just came through a turbulent time. But hey, focus on this, okay? There is a Ten of Pentacles, you know, coming your way and very soon, okay? So you're going to go from singe to rebirth in no time, okay? It's not going to be something you have to wait a long time. Yes, it'll be something just, you know, when it's divine timing, okay? Because that means everybody's learned their lesson and they've, you know, dealt with their karma, and then justice comes in and says, you know, this is how it can be, you know. You guys decide on whatever it is, you know, that you're trying to decide. So I do have a lot of these upside down. I really apologize for that. I did the little deck there. Not this one, apparently. And since I do read them upside down, I need them just, you know, to start with face up. And so if you're trying to learn to be a tarot card reader, that's a good tip for you. And I will be making a class that you can purchase to get the extended version. But yeah, you put them all face up, and that way if they land upside down, they were meant that way. And then there's meaning attached to that in a general sense, and then of course however you interpret it intuitively, right? So yeah, I see you letting go of something and kind of being in isolation. That's why there's some sadness on that boat, you know. You're like, you know, where do I go next? You know, like, it's all in your head. You're like, you know, sometimes you're blocking, sometimes you're, you know, you're, it feels like something defensive, you know, like maybe some arguing, or some self-sabotage, inner dialogue, but it feels like between people, but definitely inside your heart. Yeah, you got new beginnings and a lot of change coming for you. You have a lot of happiness and love. Your heart mends. You're set free and meet your match. You're gonna have a lot of suitors though. Okay, we gotta make justice come out forward. Ooh, look at that money. Yeah. So if you're in a bored or you're in a stagnant, you know, place at the moment, and you're just, you know, not quite sure, you know, what you want to do with the rest of your life, or even if what you're doing now is what you want to, you know. So if you're happy, then you probably are. But if you're not, then you probably aren't. And that's probably why you come on here, to get some information. So I'm going to see if I can help you, okay? So, marriage. Okay, I don't know why I just did that again. Let me, I'm ready to shuffle them. Spirit angels and guides and a higher source of, see, it came right out. That's the third time. It's not a coinkydink, and it was face up. So, bamski. That's you know, gonna be, you know, it may be something you're working on, right? An idea, something you're thinking of, you know, a family, marriage, happy life, you know. But remember, your light attribute says learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So I think that has to do with, you know, the couple here that wants to get to that 10 of coins, right? And to learn to, you know, integrate that that attribute, you know, of service to oneself or a cause. You know, that's selfless. It shows love. You know, and you have to have that feeling and know how to be loving. You know, when you have a family, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. That's why we keep saying it's important to, you know, integrate the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and it just means the characteristics, the attributes, not like gender wise. Okay, it's just, there's just some labels, you know, that have been given to women and others to men, and it just needs to be, you know, integrated fully. Like, you know what they know what you know, like we'd just be using more of our brain. Oh, that one came out and I didn't grab it. Okay, here we go. So yeah, it's your call. Whatever it is you're holding on to, okay, that's keeping you from this 10 of Cups, okay, is something you're going to have to put up in the past, something you have to give up. See, it's releasing out of her body. But the good thing is, when you give it up, you feel light, you feel better, and now you have space for love without giving up the memories of times of old or whatever made you feel unwanted and unloved, or, you know, betrayed, or whatever it is that you felt, you know. And then you just, it just feels good just to be, you know, just to be, you know, to realize that you're enough, you know. Those things weren't making me, they actually were making you, but you released that. So, you know, the things that you know, that are going on, that are emotions inside you that are not good, you know, and this is a good time to talk about it since it's Mental Health Month. It's just good that you be aware of your feelings and that you address them, you know. Don't sweep them under the carpet, or, you know, try to prevent from, you know, arguing or whatever. So this one says 3 of Cups. Yeah, so you're here, you're hoping, wishing for this happy family, and then, you know, you let go of the past and the things that, you know, whatever it was that would keep you from having a healthy relationship with somebody. You're just doing some celebration, conjoining with your kindred folks, and recognizing that you're starting to recognize or even feel that your spirit guides are with you, that your ancestors are there. You know, things start to get, you know, that there is a God. Things start to be more than a coincidence, you know, for that to happen in your life. So, like, my whole life is pretty much like nothing is coincidental, and I see most of it, you know, when I'm looking around. It's gives you signs and clues, you know, the angels and your spirit guides are trying to always give you clues and promptings, you know, from the other side, on which way you should go. Okay, so call in your soul family, you know, or call upon your highest self, you know, to help you to become the best version that you can of yourself. Okay, and find support. I know that keeps coming to me, and I guess, look, they're even like hugging around they're hugging around the waist and everything, and so it's like you need someone to comfort you right now. You must be in a position that you're not feeling comfortable. Like, you need hugs, like hugs usually because you okay, like, I'm sorry, like you feel bad or hurt, or yeah, like hurt. They're always about love, so I'm pretty sure it had something to do with love. But they're not showing me kings and queens today, so that's good. Yep, that was in the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords. So, yeah. You know, you're like, okay, one more, you know, moon cycle where I give up. I've already gave up everything. You know, I'm celebrating now, and, you know, you're more knowledgeable about whatever situation that you just went through, because now you're knowledgeable on, you know, the tactics of other people, you know, that would want to try to get you to do things that you don't want to. Okay. So you're just smarter because that's a sword, you know, and you're just like, you know, don't underestimate me, pretty much. You've learned a lot. Sure, there's lots to learn, and people know more than you, and, you know, they're going to want to show you, and that's fine. But there is a God, right? That's right. And he's saying right now that you are doing an amazing job. It says poet, I gotta say it. You're a poet and didn't know it. So try poetry, even if, you know, like you don't write, you don't think you can. You know, I don't know, maybe start with like thinking about the person you love the most, you know, and then writing it like if it was a letter to that person. And it could be very poetic, romantically. So yeah, this Hierophant was on the bottom too. This person is thinking about, he or she, you're thinking about, you know, your marriage, which in the direction it's going, and, you know, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, and just know that, you know, the ascension is so easy, you know, if we just make the decision, right? But it's hard to surrender sometimes, you know, and let go of something that you don't want to let go of, right? But part of you has to you know, become old so you can become new, better, you know. You're mature. We're all maturing, you know. I mean, I know I mature like every 5 years. I feel like I'm a new woman. I don't know who I'll be in 5 or 10 years, or what I'll be doing, right? Because everything around us, you know, shapes our mind, right? So, you know, we become more aware and conscious of things, and we become different people, you know, than we were before, you know. Or we may tolerate some things like that, but that we did before, and we find that now we have different ones, you know, or different tastes, like some food even. I mean, just weird things, you know. I know some people are like, oh yeah, I used to like this and now I hate it. I mean, that's weird. Woo, woo. There's your king, right under the 10 of Pentacles. My water signs coming through, my kings. It feels male, but you know, take it how it resonate, whatever. Yeah, okay. So, dun 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 dun, here he is, right? He's over here meditating and shining his light all bright and waiting to tell you just how much he loves you, you know. And he's always loved you and always will, right? Yeah. You're his lucky star right there. Starfish. There's a starfish. You're all I want to see. He's at the sea. I had to put in something poetic, you know, since we got that poetry on the board. Can't get my mind off that. I just feel like someone might be doing some kind of writing, but it feels romantic. Okay, woo woo. The Emperor. We're doing this for Leos, so, you know, it is an Aries sign, but it also is a fire sign. And this person here is like, a different person. But this one is here first. This one is here second. But they're right next to each other. Well, I just know what the last row is going to say. Boy, Heidi, I'm going to start praying that the same stuff doesn't keep coming out. I mean, it's nice when you do your release and, you know, releases and you're going through your awakenings. And it sucks, you know, because it doesn't feel good to do for change to take place. But you get to decide, you know, what you want to do with your life and your time, your energy, and you're going to go with the person who feels just like home, like kindred folks, right? Like you've known them before. So whatever it is that you want, you can manifest, okay? It is a one, you know, could be new beginnings. The Queen of Swords does feel feminine. Really? The devil has to be there? Okay, so that's your obvious lesson is, you know, do you recognize a Holy Ghost? Do you recognize the voice of Satan trying to tempt you? Do you notice your own voice, the alter ego? You know, you're thinking about other people and what they've said, like, you know, and for people who have guides, can you tell the difference in, you know, the energy of your guides and God, you know? It's just like your whole world's getting, you know, shattered, it seems, you know, and it's like, all right, the big shakeup, you know, but you do want to collaborate and work well with somebody, okay? I don't think this person is married because I think that's just something they were thinking about and then had some releasing to do and, you know, get emotionally stable. For this marriage, she's sitting here thinking about like this. Okay, with this King of Cups with this Emperor. It's funny because they feel like two different people, you know. It's not just a card for me, like I feel the energy of the card, you know what I mean? So there's some kind of temptation here, you know, but you're Queen of Swords now, so you're above that grade level. You're like, you see this sword? Yeah. I know all your fucking dirty tricks. Get the hell away from me, right? That's what you get to tell Satan. Like, I got a sword now. Yeah, and I know all your tactics. So, try me. It's like inviting. Not like, you know, you want to show off or whatever, but it's like, you know what? I just can't be messed with anymore. I don't have time for BS anymore, you know. She looks kind of like she's older, you know. She's got a little bit of white streaks in her hair. And she looks young, but she does have a lot of white hair there. And I guess, you know, it makes sense here. This one does too. Got some white hair. So this is an obvious reading of a choice of two. So here's the Two of Swords, you know, and it's like you're being ordered to do something. You feel like, if you feel like like in some kind of entrapment, or somebody's manipulating you, because he's got this puppet, he's holding this puppet. You know, if you feel like, you know, threatened in any way, or discontented, you know, for long periods of time, and it's just, you know, nothing you can do about it, you know, that's one thing. But I don't know if those are two new people, but to me it looks like how, you know, she's, here's the letter. So this Emperor could, it's what's been showing up a lot as you want to standing up, and, you know, like taking charge of your life, you know, like gaining your power back, right? Which makes sense because it's right next to the Magician. There's just different storylines, you know. But yeah, there is definitely, even if it's not between two, you know, other temptations that are coming at you, you know, and you have to, the channel message is you have to make the right decision, okay? It's time to make the right decisions, okay? So number 6 is a Lover, and that's underneath the King of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. All right. 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. 5 of Pentacles here. Here. So there's some sadness here. I don't know why, but you know, there's the Lovers card, and then you've got the Queen of Pentacles. And then 4 of Pentacles. 5. And then 4 of Wands. Yeah, so so you're sitting here thinking about all of the things that have happened to you right here. This is how they are in the row. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, right? Like, logically, you know, not just emotionally. And then this one here is in between, the Devil is in between the 5, you know, 6, was it 5 Pentacles? And it's like, okay, are you really gonna go back to that, or are you ready to move on? Because whatever happened to you, that's you're feeling sad and lonely and detached and what have you, you know, and just wanting peace and love and happiness, you know, and doing a good job working on that. Okay, so I'm proud of you guys. And yeah, I mean, there actually doesn't end up being a marriage. Okay, so you know, if it was a marriage that broke up, you know, I would see how that would be, you know, Queen of Swords is married to King of Cups, and then Emperor comes in and tempts us, and that's the other person's lover, like you switching divine masculines or counterpartners. And now it's Queen of Pentacles. You would be Queen of Pentacles. Like very stable, grounded, earthy, nurturing, but definitely a lot of passion and love and deep friendship, intensity. So you're guarded a little bit on your heart, but you're being prompted to open your heart so you can receive. That way you don't feel like this anymore, okay? That's why, now, you see, that's why they want you to. So you are getting married. But now I understand a deeper level why they want you to have this card. Because it opens your heart, and your heart is closed, and it's just one card, you know, shy of the marriage and the marriage and the 10 of, you know, pentacles that you want. You know, you grew in here to a queen of pentacles too. And I feel like that's these two energies, you know, could be the same. But anyways, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, because it opens your heart. So find something to do that you love, that you can do for somebody else. Maybe build something, make something. Homemade stuff's always the best, right? I love my homemade stuff, my homemade cards and everything. Okay, so so you got these. Let me see what I get here. You're coming together. After you open up, you're coming together. So that confirms it there. You need to listen and make the choices that you know that you need, that you know that are right, you know that you want, okay? So you have to listen, which means you have to do something, take effort, and wait for the results, okay? It's as simple as that. All right, let's see what we get here. A little Celtic. Let me get your energy, please. Can I get the energy of my Leos? I love you guys, by the way. Thank you for being here. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video thus far, and the subscribe button when the notification if you want to be notified of the next video. All right, we're gonna go 1, embrace. That's you, you're embracing, so you're opening up, you're shining your light, you're planting your seeds, and you're awaiting results, right? But the only problem is the opening of your heart, okay? So you be in alignment and feeling secure with yourself, which you do become secure of yourself. Look, you become the Queen of Pentacles and more stable, okay? So you just need to embrace that and don't forget, okay? And opening your heart, even if it's just saying, I open my heart to love, okay? Yeah, so 7, move. Someone's moving, you're moving in with someone. Could be buying, renting, selling house. I meant to keep going. So below you is rest and reconsider. The other one is immediate past is love. And I put it right on top of the King of Cups. So whoever that King of Cups is for you. Above you is heart chakra. So you're trying to open it, and you're being loving, and you're feeling the vibes, you know. You are gaining back your power in the immediate future, you know, and then this is going over the devil, okay? You gain your power back from this devil, from giving him your power and letting people live rent-free in your head, you know, fearing this, fearing that, or judging yourself or someone else, or not forgiving yourself or someone else, or whatever the vice is here, you know, being a certain way, you know. So yeah, you're going to be gaining your power back by not allowing it anymore. Just not going to allow it anymore. But you got to take the action, okay? Take off the blindfolds and see it for what it is, okay? And make your big boy, big girl, you know, decisions, okay? So that's just the way it is. All right, so you're like, am I going to win? Am I going to lose? You know, it's going to be challenging. And around you, people are like, well, you know, just get support, you know, reach out if you need to. you know, and then you're just like really scared to move on, be by yourself, if it's, you know, marriage apart, you know, or if it's just you, letting go of that, of the past that you let live, in your head round and round and round and cause you turmoil and stress. You now said that doesn't need to bother me anymore. Good, good that happened because I learned this, that, and the other, and move along. And then you just take all your power with you. You don't leave it there, okay? So that's like the best part. But whenever you feel like you're blinded or you need help, they're saying please reach out. People around you love you. And then the moving on part, it's like, okay, well, I did release this, and like it's, feels weird to be acting a different way when I was acting this way first. And it's like I learned something new, and so now I'm doing it differently, and it feels good because I'm doing things now differently that make me feel good, that make me feel better, and be the person that I want to be and have the life that I want to have. Okay, and you can too. So I know we can leave behind the things that are not good for us, even if it is a marriage. I don't condone that by all means, but I really feel God wants, everybody to be happy, okay? That's a must. It's just like us for our children. We just want happiness for them, So more releasing, waiting, clarity, take the lead, manifest during the challenging times. So during the challenging times, they want you to change your focus, okay? Take care of business, but keep your eye on the bigger picture, okay? It's time for you to release again. This is the second release card, okay? This is a surrendering. Okay. And that goes over there. And so, I know you're awaiting results, but don't just wait around. You need to be moving, continuing, to do things, to figure out things and to enjoy life, and do some meditation, enjoy life too, not just run, from here, from there, and you never stop. Take some time to just relax, take some deep breaths, read a book, have some tea, go do whatever you want to do. I know people don't live that way, but you should, okay? I was offered to go do to work 3 days in a row for just a couple hours, and it was $900 for 3 days. So I mean, I work in massage therapy, but there's always things that you can do. I would like to see you go back to school, okay? And you'll really get some clarity and belief on, what you need to do, who, and this decision of two, okay? That's your channeled message for you. So just change your focus, and you won't have these challenging times, is what they're saying. Like it'll be less. Or you can prevent them, okay? So, for instance, being calm in the storm instead of, being out of control would not be a good idea. It's better if you convene when you are, calm, and you wouldn't say or do things, that you can't, take back, or, would put your relationship at, at what do they call it? I can't think of it, but like falling apart, right? So to help getting to those challenging times, help get through them with more grace, instead of feeling the harshness of it all and the growing pains, is changing your focus. Okay, so focus on what it is that you're going to gain. You're like, oh, I'm excited. I'm going to have my own show, or I'm going to be, me writing a book, or me speaking, you know, or doing healings around the world, or, you know, massaging at women's centers, or, you know, just different things that I have that I want to do, and I'm going to make them happen, and so can you. So I think I'm going to let this go now, because they're really long. I know my videos are really long. I can talk forever. Just everybody's a friend to me. And I know that you're there. I know that you're watching, or one day you will. And I hope that I can say something that will change your life, that will give you the answer that you were just looking for. Like thank you, God, that's for sending me that message. You know, I needed to hear that. You know, I needed to hear I was enough. I needed to hear that I'm supported. So know that here you are very much supported, okay? Yes, I offer, you know, services of mentoring and what have you, but that's for, you know, longer periods, you know, of time. And you know, daily work, and, you know, Zoom sessions and whatnot. So I hope that during my videos I can get enough coaching out to you guys, so you wouldn't need that many sessions if you did contact me. But I'm also a spiritual healer, so we could talk about using some Reiki and helping align your energies, so that you can have more balance. Okay, we gotta balance out these chakras. Okay, if you don't know about chakras, I think you should Google it and get to know a little bit about them. Okay, it's really important. So I'm going to leave it here, and thank you again for coming, and we'll see you in the next. Namaste.